What is up, all you peeps? Welcome back to more CS News. You're going to get me for a very short episode because in about 45 minutes, I'm supposed to be leaving for the airport. Can I get this episode out on time? We will wait and see. And I'm just addicted to doing CS News. I figured if I'm going to take a break, spend a few days with the family, by the time I come back, there's going to be too much news to actually catch up on. So let's do a short little episode, which still is filled with plenty of drama out there. One of the top stories from this past week, of course, throughout ESO Pro League, we have had a series of matches and a series of upsets we will shortly cover. One of them also being a matchup of Gentlemates versus MongolZ. Now, MongolZ has struggled throughout these ESO Pro League, stage qualifiers is what I've been referring to them as. Gentlemates has been on the rise. They've been making a large note, right? Obviously taking down Vitality. They've been a slow trudge in what has been a super fast rise over the last few weeks for them, but a slow trudge through these Pro League matches, which eventually leads to Gentlemates being eliminated, but still making a great run. And it was actually during their series versus MongolZ where Martinez had some, I wouldn't say choice words, had some words that he probably should have chose not to say, as apparently a couple of times, but I have the clip of one of them. As he was playing the MongolZ, he kept referring to them or joking about them as Jackie Chan, which you just can't do. No salte, Jackie Chan, que te pena. I'm going to try and take this lightly, but you guys got to realize that you can't do this. If you do this around any other group of players from any other different region and you try and, what's the word for it, generalize them, because they're Mongolian, because they're Asian, you just think of the one popular Asian guy and you say like Jackie Chan, it's going to offend some people out there. I would say lucky for Martinez, it didn't offend the MongolZ, and they are so happy-go-lucky around these type of things. But just to set the record straight, because I know some of you guys like to debate about this stuff, you can't do this in professional sport. And we are at that level in Counterstrike where you say things like this. Last time we talked about it, MIBR player, what's his name, calling Brazilian players monkey. You can't do that. But I do also realize these guys are probably raised differently, different senses of humor, different cultures, and Counter-Strike kind of opens you up to a brand new world in some cases. And Martinez was on top of this and apologizing, although some people called him out for using AI in his apology. Luckily for him, it was the MongolZ, because the way they handle these things, it is always the best. I love the MongolZ. As Martinez wrote, I want to sincerely apologize for the words I said during our recent match against the MongolZ. What I said was completely inappropriate, and I now understand how disrespectful and hurtful it can be. Coming from a different culture, I haven't always had the right awareness or reflexes when it comes to certain words or references, but that's not an excuse. It's entirely my responsibility to educate myself and to do better. I want to make it very clear that I absolutely condemn any form of racism or discrimination. What I said doesn't reflect who I am or what I believe in. I am deeply sorry to the people I may have offended, to the MongolZ players, to my teammates, and to my organization for letting them down at an important moment for the team. I fully accept and respect any decision or sanction the club decides to take. I'll take this as a moment to learn, to reflect, and to make sure something like this never happens again. To which the MongolZ go, no offense taken. But they weren't done there. They had to bring back up the Jackie Chan reference. They did this themselves, saying he said Jackie Chan and I said G. I think it's a bromance. And that's just one of many reasons why I love the MongolZ. They deflate a situation which could have been taken a lot more seriously, and I think that's why the Counter-Strike peeps, we love this community, because there's a room for forgiveness there. There's a room for learning, and hopefully Martinez does that learning. A cultural difference, and now he knows better, and so you got to take it as it is. Now he knows not to say those kind of things while playing against the MongolZ, and yeah. Hopefully we can move on from this situation into some greener and brighter news out there, which there's been plenty of, but not for the MongolZ, as they have now also fallen out of Pro League before our final stage and before playoffs to Na'Vi. Na'Vi making a potential, remember earlier this year when they made that run, I think they beat Furia. People called it a bit of a fluke, not playing against the full Furia that we know now. This could be debated, and I don't know how far they're going to make it, how deep they're going to make this run, but the take out of MongolZ, who has also been struggling. They fall to, I believe, Hotu, Inner Circle, who are not bad teams by any stretch of the imagination, but this is a team based on some rankings, the #1 team in the world, now falling to far away from #1 teams. Hotu, Inner Circle, Na'Vi coming off a victory, so I don't know where this goes for Na'Vi. Is this the momentous snowball they needed? Is it a fluke run? It is up to them to see how they finish it out. I will believe it when I see it, though. And also, at the point of me recording, FaZe is continuing their miracle run. They got to take down Aurora. It looks like an even-keeled series by the time I'm recording. I will not catch the end of that. I did want to share one last thing with all of you guys about a team we saw go through 3-0. Not Spirit with Tanir alongside Donk. They're looking incredible, but it's the other one, that being Falcons, and a lot of concern around M0nesy these past few months. Where has he been? He has not been himself. It was actually someone like NiKo taking his stream while playing with M0nesy and Tess's, where he had a lot to say, saying once Ilya is back, he will destroy everyone. This was before ESL Pro League. Let's see if they can live up to those words.
Why all the HOT will just say Ilya is worse? Because they are all fucking haters, man. Ilya will destroy everyone next event. He's in a good shape, had a couple of unfortunate games, but he has been playing very well in practice, so we are just, I would say, still maybe figuring it out as a team a little bit, but I'm not too worried about Ilya.
And that's going to do it, guys. I do want to apologize for the super short episode. I now have to leave very soon. I don't know if I can turn this one around. So if you're seeing this, we got that sucker out. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here Sunday or Monday with more CS news. If I miss anything, my DMs in the comment section is always open down below. Take care, guys. Much love. We'll see you soon.